Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 157. Before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Get new ideas every day, and today's no exception. I just saw this topic, and I'm like, why not do a show about this? So here's my end of school special. I mean, some of you may be already out of school, some maybe very soon. Some are probably going to summer school. I don't know. So I thought, why not pick what I own regarding songs about school? Not necessarily the word school in it. I mean, there's a whole bunch of them. Some of them talk about school, and then I was going. You'll see there one song. I was like, okay, I'm going too far here. This is about school to a point, but anyway, I'll start off with what I own, then some that I own but digitally only, of course. So I'll show the picture only. So to start us off, by the way, you'll notice I have no drink with me today because you know what? Drinking's not allowed in school. And something else. More to come on that later, obviously. probably guessed it right away. So I'm going to go in order here, well, alphabetically, but I only have one on CD, so I'm going to go with Spinal Tap with Bitch School. Everybody remember this? This was on 92? Yeah, 92. Holy crap, did they ever, I mean, back when there was cancel culture to a point at the time there, man, they got in trouble for this. And I remember even the VJ at Much Music goes, really, guys? Like, but they said it themselves. This song is not about girls. It's about, bitch school is about dogs. It's not about girls, right? So anyway, take it with a grain of salt. This is Spinal Tap. This is humor, man. So like, anyway, from the album Break Like the Wind, Bitch School. Actually love the song too. All right, now as albums go, Where Did My Baby Break All the Rules? At the Girls' School from Britny Fox. Man, what a great song and a great video. I've talked about this video all the time, or from my Video Vixens episode. But yeah, this is a great song. Girls' School from Britny Fox's self-titled album here. Probably one of their one of my favorite songs from them also there. There you go. Britny Fox, Girls' School. All right. Now, what inspired this? And this artist has 3. I've never done this before. 3. Why the hell would I do this? Okay. So, the obvious one, the most popular, probably the most popular school song out there, School's Out by Alice Cooper. Who doesn't love this? This was like, as gimmicks go, was like one of the better gimmicks out there. This is not the version with the I wish I could get the it's a little expensive there with the panties, and it unfolds with makes a school desk and all that. But School's Out for summer, School's out forever, school's been blown to pieces. Like, I'm sure this is played at many end of school. I remember, oh my God, back in grade 12. Anyway, with the year end party, me and my friend Steph and a couple of people we recruited at the last minute to do an air band on School's Out, and we did Alice Cobb. Oh man, I wish I had. If I could take the picture, I'll put the dollar bill right here in the corner of what we threw to the crowd afterwards. We went all out, well, to a point there, because it was Alice Cooper there. So yeah, School's Out for Alice Cooper here. Another one by Alice Cooper. This one doesn't really have the word school, but it's probably my favorite deep cut from this album. And it is The Great American Success Story. Back to school. I gotta make that money, gotta do that one there. I forget, I love that song. Oh, here we go. Back to school. He's gonna take that plunge, gonna jump back in their back. Yeah. So there you go. Off Constrictor, The Great American Success Story. Doesn't have the word school in it, but it is about the school. Actually, the whole album, by the way, School's Out, is kind of a concept album of school. So, but anyway, here we go. Constrictor, the Great American Success Story. And of course, why not make it three from Mr. Cooper? Between High School and Old School. This is from his The Eyes of Alice Cooper album. What a great comeback album, by the way, after the Dragon Town and Brutal Planet there. But yeah, like this is one of the better songs on the album too. So between High School and Old School, I remember when I was living with my cousin Mel, and she's like, my God, I kept playing this song all over, and she started knowing it a little too much there. So there you go, off Alice Cooper, The Eyes of Alice Cooper, Between High School and Old School. All right. Okay, this one's got a little story to it here. So I'll start it off. Extreme Mother Don't Want to Go to School Today. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So another story with my friend Steph. That's Concert Steffi there. I guess I had lent him. I don't know if I have actually talked about this on my channel before, but you know what, Gareth, I'll say it again. So I had lent him this cassette, and he absolutely loved the song Mother Don't Want to Go to School Today. So fast forward to maybe a couple of weeks or a month later, and he still had, so he was sick as a dog, and my friend Yan went to visit him at his house, and he was all out of it, and he's like, Yan, I gotta make you listen to this one song here. It's friggin' awesome. But side story, my friend Steph's brother lived somewhere in town, and his neighbor was a guy. He looked like Paul Stanley in the 80s there, without makeup, obviously there. And he had written a song with the band Exciter, which is from Ottawa, the thrash metal band Exciter from Ottawa. And we were like, oh my God, this is actually, we have somebody in our town, or we actually know somebody who wrote a song to somebody who's made it. So I actually went and bought the album from Exciter, which is a little like extreme, the first couple of letters. So, and on the song, by total coincidence, there's a song called I Hate School. Break Down the Walls, I Hate School, something like that. I forget the whole thing. So he goes to my friend, he takes the Exciter tape, puts it on, and he's trying to wait for that awesome song that's called Extreme Mother Don't Want to Go to School. He goes, and he's out of it because he's sick, and he's out of it, and he's like pressing play. He's like, this can't be what Dan lent me. So he went through the whole fucking cassette. Like, what the fuck is this? It's not what. Anyway, he told me the story and goes, Steph, it's not Exciter, it's Extreme. And he's like, fuck. Anyway, that was a little side story to that. So Extreme Mother Don't Want to Go to School Today has a nice little side story. When you're sick, don't assume. And just a coincidence, Extreme and Exciter both start with X, and both have a song about school. That was hilarious. Anyway, enough rambling about that one here. Next up, Ace Frehley, Back to School. This one's got a whole bunch of guest stars on it. This has Sebastian Bach singing background vocals, and you notice Sebastian Bach on this one here. So off of Ace Frehley's third solo album, Trouble Walking, Back to School. All right, so you guys remembered at the beginning, well, Smoking in the Boys Room. Sure, it doesn't have the word school about it, but the boys' room, everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school. This is not the original, but this is the version I have. So Motley Crue off the Theater of Pain album. You've got Smoking in the Boys Room. Funny enough, Smoking in the Boys Room was I've heard of Motley Crue, but like they were never. This is before I had the Power Hour Much Music, so Video Hits would show. Smoking in the Boys Room was the first Motley Crue video I ever saw in my life. So here we go. Smoking in the Boys Room off of Theater of Pain by Motley Crue. This is the one where I was kind of going, okay, enough there. Like, I can't, like, this is a little too deep here, too smart. Probably the smartest song about school. It's not just about school, but if you listen to the lyrics there, I'm talking about Subdivisions by Rush. Great song, don't get me wrong here. But you know, subdivisions in the high school hall. No, no, no. It's not just about school, but this is where I kind of drew the line. I'm like, okay, enough's enough here. So Rush Signals, the song Subdivisions, partly about school. So there you go. Enjoy. All right. Bet you guys didn't know I had this in my collection here, but the very best of Supertramp. And of course, they have a song called School. This is actually one of those greatest hits. I was like, wow, like the whole friggin' thing is good here. I don't have all their albums there, obviously, but to me, this is actually great enough. It's got all their good. And of course, I got the double vinyl. There's two versions of this, a single and double. To me, the double vinyl of Supertramp is the one that's worth it here. There's two albums there. But yeah, School off of, I forget which album it's from. Does it say? Not on the back, and I'm not going to open it up. Well, you know what? Nah. You guys figure it out. You guys have access to Google, right? So it's Supertramp with the song School. Next up, Twisted Sister with the song, with a duet with Alice Cooper called Be Cruel to Your Skule. So, I mean, it's a decent song there. It's not really what Twisted Sister was about in the first three albums there, but I like the song. It's got some, watch the video. They banned the whole video because it was too graphic, but Thriller was okay. So anyway, Be Cruel to Your Skule, Twisted Sister with sung with Alice Cooper. Here's another one right here. Last of my vinyls, then I'll have 4 digital ones. Well, Hot for Teacher. Was there ever, back in my day, there wasn't any teachers that I would say I was hot for. But maybe later on there, I don't know, they were all old women, I guess. There was, okay, wait, there was one, I remember, I'm not going to mention her name there, but she was my geography teacher in grade 9, and nice. And I remember some guys, again, I'm not going to mention names, whoever was at my school, you guys can private message me to find out who we were talking about. But anyway, 2 guys decided to ask the teacher, hey, teacher, can you touch your elbows? Can you touch your elbows on the back of your, and of course, we're all the guys were like, that's like, oh, that's clever. That's the first time I heard of that prank there. But yeah, Hot for Teacher for from Van Halen. So yeah, anyway, she stuck him on and then noticed. I was like, oh, you guys, try that joke these days, right? Probably won't fly. So that's it for my vinyls. Now here are 4 songs that I have digitally only. So and one you'll be like, really, you don't have that on vinyl? Coming soon. So anyway, first one is School Days by The Runaways. So I'll put the picture right here of the album it's from. I only have their greatest hits on the digital. Maybe one day I'll get the collection there. But anyway, School Days by The Runaways. And of course, if you have one School Days, you must have another with a different spelling. So School Days with a Z or a Z by Wasp. I have all the Wasp discography on digital. I had them all way back on CD. For some reason, I sold them all. And then I bought them all on digital, and I'm an idiot. And now I'm buying them on vinyl now. So I just, for some reason, I haven't found the first one used there to a point. I don't want to spend a fortune for a third time. So yeah, School Days with a Z off the first Wasp album. Another one here that I have on greatest hits only would be the Ramones, Rock and Roll High School. Here you go, right here. Rock and Roll High School. I think they're not. I think there is a movie of the same name. I remember watching it. I think the Ramones are in it too. I don't. I remember one blonde girl in it, and my friend's like, "Doesn't that look like so and so that used to work at Loeb?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah." Again, not naming names. But yeah, my friend Pascal had lent me that movie, or we watched it together at way back. And then, anyway, there you go. Rock and Roll High School by the Ramones. And last one from 38 Special, Teacher Teacher. I did not even know that song Teacher Teacher was by 38 Special at the time. 38 Special kind of, well, aren't they like an offshoot of Lynyrd Skynyrd? I think one of the brothers or something like that. Doesn't sound at all like Lynyrd Skynyrd, but I think I kind of prefer this there. So anyway, Teacher Teacher 38 Special. So those are what I own. And then I was like, I was kind of looking online, doing a research. I was like, okay, like, another brick in the wall. I'm not gonna start going like too meta or like way too serious about this. Is about having fun here on this channel here. So Rush was the where I stopped there, being like, okay, that's enough there. So anyway, those are the songs I have about school, or mentioned school, or about school. So for all you kids out there who are in school or just finished school, make yourself a playlist with the song titles I just made, and blast it through the whole summer. There's some great songs out there regarding school, not about positives, like not about liking school there, but anyway. So on that note, here we go. All I have is a pack of gum here. So thank you for watching, and have yourselves a great weather, whatever, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care.